and Salsalito don't... Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video I'm starting up a what I eat in a week. So when I do these videos, I track with MyFitnessPal and WeightWatchers for 5 days straight, and I do this so that I can compare WeightWatchers points with my macros and calories, just to make sure I'm staying on track with my goals, especially because I try to prioritize 0-point foods, which I don't track with WeightWatchers. So I track them in MyFitnessPal, and then I just get an accurate look at what I'm actually consuming. I do it for 5 days straight to get a good chunk of how I'm normally eating. And I also like to share these videos to give some different meal inspiration and just show how I stay on track with my health and weight loss journey. So if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Every time I do one of these videos, I get a question about why I use both the MyFitnessPal app and the WeightWatchers app and double track, but I just find that the macros and calories are more accurate in MyFitnessPal. Sometimes when I only do all the foods I eat in WeightWatchers, it isn't as accurate and it doesn't match up. So just to be sure for these videos, because I'm giving the information, I like to make sure that's accurate. Anyway, starting off with day one, I just got back from the gym. I'm doing my step bet right now, so I needed to get some steps in on the treadmill, and now I'm pretty hungry. I made myself some scrambled eggs, which this is 3 eggs here for 0 points. It's got some sriracha on it. And then I'm also making myself my normal protein coffee. So I've got my Quest salted caramel protein shake, which is 3 points on WeightWatchers, and it's got 30 grams of protein. And then I usually just add some espresso or cold brew concentrate. And today I'm going to be using this Starbucks cold brew. This is the dark chocolate hazelnut. So I just pour about a serving in there and mix it in. And then this is my protein coffee for the day. But that's gonna be a 3-point breakfast just for the protein shake. It's about 49 grams of protein and 385 calories. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this and I will be back with lunch. Okay, I am running so behind on lunch. This is definitely later than I wanted it to be, but actually when I'm filming this today, it is the day that I'm releasing my gym guide. So I have been going nonstop for the past week, just making sure that everything is how I want it. And I'm even, like you can hear, I'm shaky in my voice right now. I'm nervous to be posting this tonight, but I'm also really excited. So I'm finishing this up right now, and I just made myself a really quick lunch. This is jasmine rice for 5 points. Then I've got some leftover salmon, which is 0, some pickled onions and roasted red peppers, also 0 points, and then 2 points of tzatziki from Aldi. So it's 7 points total for this bowl. And then in MyFitnessPal, it's about 633 calories and 37 grams of protein. I am feeling kind of shaky right now, probably because of my caffeine from my coffee, and I need more food. So I'm excited to eat this, and yeah, that'll be my lunch. I'll be back with dinner. Okay, I forgot to say I did track this in MyFitnessPal, so this was included in the calories, but I'm gonna have a serving of grapes after I finish that bowl as well. Okay, we are having a little bit of a later dinner. I did have a later lunch today, but I was also getting my gym guide posted, so it is officially up. I am so relieved, but also just so excited about it and really happy with how it turned out. I'll put the link for it in the description if you guys are interested. But for dinner tonight, we just made quick and easy sandwiches. So Adam actually just ran to Jewel and got some French bread and some deli lunch meat. It's the Boar's Head Oven Gold and then Salsalito flavors. And then I've got 2 slices of thin provolone cheese from Meijer, which is 2 points. Then some shredded lettuce for 0 points. I also put some of the Arizona heat mustard that I love on there. So I tracked the bread as 7 points. I did 5 ounces of the turkey, and then like I said, 2 slices of the cheese. And then I'm also going to have a side of this Vienna edamame. So this is 2 points for the pack on WeightWatchers. It's got 13 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber, and I really enjoy these. It's a nice salty, crunchy side to have with the sandwich. I'm also gonna have my apple after for 0 points. I have one every day after my dinner before I have dessert, which I'm already thinking I'm gonna have a yogurt bowl for dessert tonight. But I went ahead and tracked this in MyFitnessPal, and it comes out to about 587 calories, and it's got 54 grams of protein. So this will be nice and filling. I'm honestly really craving this right now, so I'm excited to have this and then my apple, and then I'll be back with what I have for dessert. Okay, I finished up working on some things, took a shower, and now I'm craving a yogurt bowl, and this one's kind of big today because I just finished off my container of this Dannon Light and Fit vanilla Greek yogurt. So I actually used a 3-point serving on WeightWatchers, which actually has a little bit more protein. It's 16 grams of protein for the serving that I used. And then I also have 2 points of these peanut butter panda puffs, and I did about a cup of the like mixed berry cherry blend from Trader Joe's. It's one of their free freezer items. This bowl comes out to 5 points total on WeightWatchers, and that's gonna wrap up my day of eating for today. So I'm ending the day with a total of 26 out of 24 dailies used. And actually, my WeightWatchers app still has not updated, but I made sure to track everything in there today. In MyFitnessPal, I got 1,965 calories. I had 62 grams of fat, 193 carbs, 158 grams of protein, and then for fiber, I only had 15 grams, so I actually was below my goal for that, and I need to try to make that a focus for tomorrow. But I still felt like it was a good day of eating, especially for how busy it was and how fast that it went by. I hit my steps for my step bet today, and tomorrow is a new day. I get up early for the gym in the morning, I have to edit a video, and I'll just be back with day 2 of eating. Okay, moving on to day 2 of my what I eat in a week. I went to the gym this morning and did a very, very short upper body day, but then I walked on the treadmill for a while. I'm going for my power day for my step bet, so I needed to make sure to get a good start on that. It's my mom's birthday today, so we're going over there later tonight for cake, which I'll have some weeklies to use up for that. But anyway, for breakfast today, I'm craving some scrambled eggs on a pita. I've got these 1 point pitas from Aldi, so I'll use one of those. It's also got 3 grams of fiber and 6 grams of protein. I'm going to scramble up 3 eggs, and I'm actually gonna mix in some of this low-fat cottage cheese. So it's 1 point for half of a serving, and half of a serving still has 6.5 grams of protein. So that'll make it nice and cheesy. And I'll also add in some Boar's Head oven gold turkey. I think I'll do about 3 ounces, which is 0 points on WeightWatchers. So the only things that I need to track are a point of the cottage cheese and a point for the pita. But in MyFitnessPal, this is about 415 calories and 50 grams of protein. I'm also gonna top it with some hot sauce, and then I think that I might make a protein coffee today. I'm not totally sure, but we'll see when we get there. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this. I ended up adding some mushrooms in as I was cooking the eggs, but this comes out to 2 points on WeightWatchers. I topped it with some sriracha, and I'm gonna go ahead and have my breakfast. Okay, I did end up making myself a protein coffee, so I have to go run some errands, and usually I don't use these cups unless I'm doing that. I got them off Amazon, and they're just like what you would get from like a Starbucks or Dunkin', so it's nice that I can make my coffee and take it to go. But anyway, I've got my Quest salted caramel protein shake, some Starbucks cold brew concentrate, and ice cubes. This is 3 points on WeightWatchers and 30 grams of protein, and this chocolate hazelnut flavor from Starbucks mixed with the Quest is becoming one of my favorite combos. It's nice that I have a lot of different cold brew concentrate options that I like, because then it's easier to mix it up and it still just tastes like I'm getting coffee out. Especially when I put it in a cup like this, it feels like I went and got Dunkin' or Starbucks or something. But anyway, this is my coffee for 3 points. Okay, it is lunchtime, and I just made myself a barbecue chicken wrap. It doesn't look like much, but this is actually 40 grams of protein here. I have a large carb counter tortilla, so the brand is La Banderita. I just used one of these, which is 2 points on WeightWatchers, and it's nice because this has 18 grams of fiber. I don't have any veggie mix made, so I used some of these fire roasted peppers and onions from Trader Joe's, and I just heated them up in the microwave, as well as some blackened chicken tenders, which are also 0 points on WeightWatchers. Then when that was heated up, I tossed it in some barbecue sauce, and this is the Sweet Baby Ray's no sugar, so it's 0 points, 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. I think I used a little bit less than that. And then I also added a point or a serving of these crispy fried onions, and these ones specifically are my favorite. They're garlic pepper, so they've got really good flavor. They add a little bit of crunch to the wrap. And then I also added 2 points or a serving of light mozzarella cheese. So here is my lunch barbecue wrap. I'm also going to have some pineapple on the side for 0 points, but I went ahead and tracked everything in WeightWatchers and MyFitnessPal. In WeightWatchers, I just had to track the tortilla, the cheese, and then the serving of the crispy onions. So it's 5 points for this, but in MyFitnessPal, it's about 462 calories, and it's also got 40 grams of protein. So I'll be having that for lunch. I'm thinking about doing something with like stir-fry veggies for dinner, but I'll figure out when we get there. I've got some stuff to work on my computer until then, so that's my plan. I also have to get my mom's gift wrapped, so I'm about to do that while I eat my lunch. Okay, for dinner tonight, I made us some sesame noodles. I cooked up some pea pods, some red bell pepper, and mushrooms with ground chicken. All of those things are 0 points. I used some soy sauce and toasted sesame oil, and then Thai wheat noodles from Trader Joe's. The amount that I used, I did 2 packs of the noodles to make 3 servings. So I've got 2/3 of a package here, which is 6 points on WeightWatchers. And then I tracked 2 points for the toasted sesame oil. In MyFitnessPal, this comes out to 545 calories and it's got 42 grams of protein. I'm also going to have an apple after. I've got a Honeycrisp apple today. It's 0 points on Weight Watchers and I just have it after I finish my dinner. And then we are heading over to my mom's to celebrate her birthday, so we might be having some cake there and I might have to use some points for that. I think I still have some points left today though. I'm at 15 used actually. I have a good amount left. So my breakfast was pretty low point, but it was actually still really filling. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat dinner. Okay, we are back from my mom's and celebrating her birthday for a little bit. We did enjoy some cake, but I wanted to get a little bit more protein in to end the night, so I made myself a protein shake. I used an Elevation chocolate protein shake from Aldi and a scoop of the Clean Simple Eats mint cookie protein powder, which is the one I really like to use in creamies. And I guess I could have made it creamy, but this was just easier. It's got ice in there, and then the scoop of protein is 1 point on Weight Watchers, and the shake is 3. I went ahead and just found something similar for the Oreo cake that we had, so I tracked that as 10 points, and I'm ending the day using 29 out of 24 points. In MyFitnessPal, I had about 2,205 calories today. I had 65 grams of fat, 236 carbs, and 190 grams of protein, so really good with my protein. Fiber today was 39 grams, so I was short yesterday. I made sure to prioritize it today. The tortilla I had for lunch always really helps with that, but 39 grams of fiber, and that's gonna wrap up day 2 of my What I Eat in a Week. Okay, on to day 3 of my What I Eat in a Week. I just got home from the gym. I did a leg day focused on glutes and hamstrings, and then I walked on the treadmill for a little bit. And now I'm actually just gonna have a really quick small breakfast because I wanna eat lunch a little bit earlier because we're gonna go play pickleball later today, and I wanna make sure that I can digest my lunch before then. For breakfast, I'm just having this Ready Clean protein bar. This is the iced oatmeal cookie. And this is 5 points on Weight Watchers, 190 calories. It's got 15 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber. And then I'm also making my regular protein shake. So I've got the Quest salted caramel in here. And then I'm going to pour a serving of this dark chocolate hazelnut cold brew from Starbucks. I'm really enjoying this one. I feel like it mixes so well with the salted caramel. So I was really craving it today and wanted to make sure I had a protein coffee. But that's gonna make my breakfast a total of 8 points on Weight Watchers with the coffee and the protein bar. In MyFitnessPal, this comes out to about 375 calories and 46 grams of protein. So I have to work on editing a video right now. I'm just going to do that while I sip on my coffee, but I'll be back with lunch. Okay, it is lunchtime and I just made myself some cheesy air fryer chicken wraps. So this entire plate is 6 points on Weight Watchers. I used 2 regular size La Banderita low carb tortillas for 2 points. Then I spread a light Laughing Cow for 1 point, a tablespoon on each of black bean hummus, and the brand I use is Lantana. So it's 1 point for 2 tablespoons. Each wrap gets a tablespoon. Then I have blackened chicken, some cooked up pepper and onion, and then on top 2 points of queso cheese. And the queso that I used is just from Mariano's. It's like the Kroger brand, and it is 2 points for 2 tablespoons. So 6 points total in Weight Watchers. I'm also gonna have some red grapes on the side. So I tracked those in MyFitnessPal as well, but those are 0 points. But my lunch is going to be 515 calories and 41 grams of protein. So I'm gonna eat this and then I have to continue just editing my video. Then we're gonna go play some pickleball, and I think for dinner I'm making 2 ingredient dough pizzas. For dinner tonight, I made us some 2 ingredient dough pizzas using some turkey pepperoni, light mozzarella cheese. I had some leftover peppers and onions and then some mushrooms. So this pizza comes out to 13 points total on Weight Watchers. It's 516 calories and it's got 36 grams of protein. So I'm gonna have this and then my Honeycrisp apple for 0 points. Okay, the 2 ingredient dough pizzas turned out so good. I had my apple afterward, and now I wanna have something with a little bit more protein. So I've got this Bearbell's Salty Peanut Protein Bar. This is 5 points on Weight Watchers, and it's got 20 grams of protein. It's 200 calories and 8 grams of fat. So I went ahead and tracked that in Weight Watchers, and that's gonna end my day with 32 out of 24 dailies used. In MyFitnessPal, I feel like this is kind of low for calories, but I had 1,728 today. I had 38 grams of fat, 221 carbs, and 142 grams of protein, and I had 46 grams of fiber, which again, those low carb, high fiber tortillas really helped me to hit my fiber goal for the day. But I'm gonna go ahead and have this to wrap up day 3, and I'll be back tomorrow morning. Okay, on to day 4 of my What I Eat in a Week. I just got up and I'm actually going to head to the gym just to get some steps in on the treadmill for my step bet. I also have some errands to run after, so I'm just gonna start the day with one of these Ready peanut butter protein bars. This is 5 points on WeightWatchers, 200 calories, and it's got 15 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber. So I'm just gonna have this with some water. Then I'll go to the gym, get my steps in, run the errands that I need to, and then I'll come home and have probably a bigger, more filling lunch, but this will be just quick and easy so I can go ahead and get that started. So I'll be back with lunch. I just got back from the gym. I am at 10,000 steps out of the 16,000 that I need for the day, so that felt good to get a good dent in that. I'll be kind of running around the house today, so I'll be able to get some more, but my stomach is growling right now. I really want some lunch, and I was excited when I opened the fridge and remembered I had a leftover portion of these sesame noodles. So I'm just gonna heat this up and have this for my lunch today. I went ahead and actually in MyFitnessPal, you can just copy a meal from a day to another day. So I just did that from a couple days ago. It's 545 calories and 42 grams of protein, and this serving is 8 points on WeightWatchers. It's got the pea pods, mushrooms, ground chicken, and bell pepper, and then the Thai wheat noodles. So I'm gonna eat this and then get to work on some things. I have no idea what I'm doing for dinner today, but I'm sure as I get the taste for something, I'll come up with it. That's usually how I plan what I'm gonna be eating for the day. Okay, I decided to have a quick snack, so I'm having a pack of this Vienna edamame. It's 2 points on WeightWatchers, and it's got 13 grams of protein. I'm also going to have some pineapple for 0 points. For dinner tonight, I made us some taco pasta. So I used Barilla Protein Plus pasta, and then I had some cooked taco meat made with ground turkey. I already have the recipe saved in WeightWatchers, so it's 8 points for the entire serving that I have here. I used some queso cheese dip, some pinto beans, corn, and Rotel tomatoes. In MyFitnessPal, this is about 661 calories, and it's got 51 grams of protein in this serving. I'm actually not gonna have my apple right after dinner because I think I'm going to make some apple nachos. So I'll eat this and then I'll share the apple nachos when I make them. Okay, I did finish up my dinner and decide that I wanted to make some apple nachos. So I cut up my Honeycrisp apple, and it was a big one, so I've got a big plate of apple nachos here, but I drizzled 3 points of peanut butter from Trader Joe's on there. I've got some whipped cream, which is 0 points, and then I crumbled up 2 of the like butter almond cookies from Trader Joe's. So those are 2 points as well. I was also kind of low on my protein, so I'm having one of these protein waters. This is just the brand Ready, and this is the blueberry flavor. So this has 20 grams of protein in it. But that's gonna end my day with a total of 28 out of 24 points in WeightWatchers. In MyFitnessPal, I'm ending the day with about 2,007 calories. I had 48 grams of fat, 254 carbs, 148 grams of protein, and 44 grams of fiber. I feel like today went by so quickly, but it was a good day of meals that were kind of just quick and easy to throw together. The taco pasta is always one of our favorites, so that was enjoyable and pretty filling. But I still have my sweet tooth for these apple nachos, and I'm gonna wrap up day 4 with that. Okay, moving on to day 5 of my what I eat in a week. I just got home from the gym. I did a quick chest and shoulder workout. I didn't walk on the treadmill at all today because it's my rest day for the step bed, so taking full advantage of that and gave myself a break at the gym there. But I am really hungry for breakfast right now. First, I'm gonna make a protein coffee, which I track in my snacks, but I'm going to use a Quest salted caramel protein shake, the Starbucks dark chocolate hazelnut cold brew concentrate, and this will be 3 points on WeightWatchers. I'll just add it to some ice. Then for breakfast today, I've got some egg scramble. So this is only 1 point that I have to track. It's got about 2 eggs, some shredded hash browns, which are 0, veggie mix, and then a chicken sausage link, which is 1 point. I've also got a 2 ingredient dough bagel here that is 4 points on WeightWatchers, and I didn't toast it yet, but I'm gonna pop it in the toaster and then spread a light Laughing Cow wedge on it, just like cream cheese, for 1 point on WeightWatchers. Like I said, tracked this in my snacks, which makes my breakfast 6 points total. It's 4 for the bagel, 1 for the chicken sausage, and 1 for the Laughing Cow. So then in MyFitnessPal, I have 31 grams of protein and 185 calories in snacks. And this breakfast is about 504 calories and 32 grams of protein. I eat my breakfast first, and then I'll just be sipping on my coffee throughout the morning. But this is a good amount of protein to get in, especially because I'm feeling really hungry right now. Hopefully this is satisfying. And I don't know what I'm doing for lunch today, but I need to get to work editing a video. So at some point I'll figure that out. Okay, it is super cold outside today, so I'm really craving some soup. I'm in the process of making myself some ramen, and I went ahead and tracked everything. So it comes out to 8 points total on WeightWatchers. I'm using chicken bone broth, which adds some extra protein. For the noodles, I've got these brown rice noodles. I usually just get these from Walmart, but it's 6 points for a pack. It comes with individually wrapped packages, and there's 4 in here. One of them is 200 calories and 4 grams of protein. I add that to the broth once it's been cooking, and it also has some veggies in there. So I used just all freezer veggies. I have roasted corn from Trader Joe's, pepper and onion mix from Trader Joe's, and actually frozen edamame from Trader Joe's as well. So I just put a serving of each of those into the pot, and I cooked it with the broth. I also just added some Bibigo chicken cilantro mini wontons, and those are 2 points for 5 of them. 2 points for that, 6 points for the noodles, and then the chicken bone broth is 0. The edamame, corn, and peppers are all 0. And I also have some blackened chicken in the air fryer, which is 0 points on WeightWatchers. So I'll cut that up and mix that in, and that'll be everything. I'll probably top it with some sriracha, although the blackened chicken has been pretty spicy lately. I went ahead and tracked this in MyFitnessPal, and it's a little bit high for calories. This comes out to 703 calories total. The edamame that I used was kind of a bigger portion, so that's 120 calories, but it does have 8 grams of protein in that serving and 4 grams of fiber. So that'll make it really filling. I'm actually feeling pretty hungry right now, so I'm excited to eat this, but that'll be my lunch. I may have fruit after. I still have some grapes, but I'll see how I'm feeling because usually I'm pretty full after this. So I'll show you once it's done cooking. For dinner tonight, I wanted to use up some ground chicken that I had in the fridge, as well as some tomato sauce. So I made pasta with a little bit of mozzarella cheese, and then I used some garlic and herb seasoning, as well as just the sauce that I had already seasoned. But this comes out to 8 points total on WeightWatchers. It's 6 points for the Barilla Protein Plus pasta that I used, and 2 points for the light mozzarella cheese from Trader Joe's. It's about 615 calories, and it's got 56 grams of protein. And then I've got my apple for after. This is a Cosmic Crisp. It's 0 points, and I just went ahead and tracked it in MyFitnessPal in snacks. I want to have yogurt for dessert, but I realized I don't have any yogurt left, so I'll probably figure something else out, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat my dinner. Okay, dinner was really good. It was filling. Honestly, I've been switching off between Honey Crisp and Cosmic Crisp apples, and the Cosmic Crisp have been winning so far. They've been better, but both are good, and I just always have one every day. But I finished my apple, and now to end the night, I'm just going to have one of these protein bars. So this is the Ready Chocolate Peanut Butter Protein Bar. 5 points on WeightWatchers. It's 200 calories, 15 grams of protein, and it's got 7 grams of fiber. So today was a really good day of eating. I really enjoyed all of my meals. That ramen was super filling, but also just so good and exactly what I needed with how cold it was today. But I ended the day using a total of 30 out of 24 dailies. In MyFitnessPal, I had 2,332 calories today. I had 54 grams of fat, 280 carbs, and 190 grams of protein, so very high on my protein. And then I had 39 grams of fiber. A really good day of eating, lots of nutrients. I enjoyed all the meals that I had, and overall, just in general this week, it's been a good week of eating. And I hope you guys have gotten some inspiration, maybe gotten some different meal ideas, and also just some ideas on how to really take advantage of 0 point proteins and fibers, things like that. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.